Here, well, I am Rajneesh Kumar. Today, our topic is the amendments of the constitutional power and the procedure. Today is the final chapter under this topic. First, we will go for some additional amendments. As you know, the meaning of the additional here, the sum of the provision of the constitution. The parliament has given power to make the necessary changes by passing the law in a normal way of the simple majority. Basically, this is a matter well written in our constitution for simple majority, for the day-to-day changes that takes place in our constitution, and that takes place very regularly in our politics. This applies the following provision of the constitution, the citizenship provisions. It is a general matters. It is not a very high-fi special. It is a privilege and the salary and the allowance of the MPs, election in the country, and the provision regarding the delimitation of the constituency. Some of the constituency has been the extent where the constituency we have to contract about this sort of the decision and the appointment of the judges and the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. So these are the very normal way it takes place in our president. It takes place in our parliament on a very regular basis. This power has been vested in our constitution, and this is the very classic and the general and the regular example of the simple majority. As the name confirms, the normal way of the simple majority. Here, the amendments that change the course of the India means there are the nine amendments of our constitution that given the very significant and the positive effect that changed the course of the India, and these are the very important ones. Number one, the abolition of the state according to classes and the introduction of the union territories and the recognition of the state by language. During the period of unifications, so that period, the thing was that our constitutional maker were very much firm about the date of the constitution, but some of the problem was running over there because some of the state has been designed on the basis of the language. Some of the state has been the design during that period on the basis of the density. But really, this sort of the sense has been 100% abolished of the state according to classes, means caste, creed, and the introduction of the union territories and the recognition of the state and the language. There is nothing like so. Please remember our article number 1, Bharat is a union and India is a set of unions. Number 2, the mini constitution 1976. This is the very important. In 1976, we have the 42 amendments. It is also called the mini constitution. Here inserted socialism and secularism in our preamble. In our constitution, as you know, there is the preamble. So it becomes a very difficult for anyone to alter the dignity of the preamble, but we have the provision. In 1976 42 amendment, we have added the socialism and the secularism in our preamble. Then after, right to property deleted from the fundamental rights. This is also a very bold decision that the property sector, property right has been abolished. Right to property deleted from the fundamental rights. Number 4, lawmakers may be disqualified on the ground of the defection. This is the very effective, and this is basically a very good for the upcoming democracy. Just I am giving one example. You are a member of the X party. At the time of the need, you left the party and joined the other party because the other party just moving towards power. So here the power becomes a very motivational point for MPs and the MLAs. So to avoid this sort of the attitude by our leaders, MLAs and the MPs, there is a law may be disqualified on the ground of the defection. It comes in 1985. Here you are not supposed to be regarded politically fit person after defection 6 months. After 6 months you will be considered as a you can say independent and you can join, but after 6 months. Then after the voting age, 21 years we had earlier, now it has been the turn to the 18 years. That brought a very radical and really a significant change in the for the Indian youth, 1980. Then after the introduction of the Nagarpalika and the municipality in the 1993, actually this is the real and the practical problem that before the 1993 there was the municipality and the Nagarpalika had been given a very less power, but this is the immediate need to introduce, that is the Nagarpalika and the municipality. And the seventh is free and the compulsory education for the 6 years to the 14 years. This is the important one. 6 years to 14 years, the compulsory education. 8 number, pass the law of the socio-economic backward class STs, and the public and the private in the higher education 2014. And finally we have the introduction of the goods and the services tax. You can say that the GST to present idea of the one nation and the one nation and the one tax 2016. Here this is the important one. So please understand, these are the article amendments that change the course of the India. This is called significant amendment. And really these 9 amendments has really a very positive effect over Indian democracy. Here, one thing is the more important to understand. Basically, by nature, by blending, the Indian constitution is the very rigid as well as the flexible. But the real matter is at the time of the need, our constitutional makers has given us and make us the provision that we can match with the present societal and the democratical need. In the meantime, I am taking a goodbye.